Hello, my amazing artists. Today I'm going to show you how we can make puppets from cereal boxes. Oh, good. I want to learn how to do that. Me too. Let's get started. Okay, we are going to make a puppet from a cereal box. The reason that we use a cereal box is because it's something that we have around the house a lot of the time. And if you don't have any empty cereal boxes, you might have a box from some crackers or snacks, or maybe from some soda pop, like a box that the soda pop cans come in, or some seltzer cans or something like that, that kind of box. We use these kind of boxes because they're stiff enough to make the puppet nice and solid and not too floppy, but they're not so hard that they're difficult to cut. So here's my cereal box. What I did was, you saw my bear puppet and my bunny rabbit puppet. And what I did was I cut a box apart, and then I used, this is the side that is usually on the outside of the box, I used the other side because it has this nice brown color that makes it a really good background to draw on. So you're going to need to get a box. Make sure you ask your grown-ups. It's okay for you to have this box and cut it. And you might need some help cutting it apart, especially if you're a kindergartner. But we'll cut it down the edge like this and cut it across the bottom like this. Kind of cut this flat front of the box off. And then we'll cut here. And there we have the front of it off. We can use this piece for a puppet. And then we need to cut this bottom part off. And as you can see, it doesn't just come perfectly neatly off. It's tricky to cut a little bit. And it, kind of doesn't always come off super neatly. But we want to save these side pieces because they make really good puppet handles. So we're saving the side pieces. Cutting off the other side piece. And then we have this back piece. So I have like pretty much material here. I have enough for 2 or 3 handles, depending on how big I make the handles. At least 3. Have enough for at least like 2 big puppets, or maybe I want to make one really big puppet and a couple smaller puppets, or maybe I want to make 2 small puppets on each and have 4 puppets, because you know how it is. Once you make one puppet, you usually need more than one because they need to talk to each other, and they might need other characters to talk to or friends. So you can make as many puppets as you would like to. So today I'm going to show you how I drew the bear puppet. I drew both of these puppets using the old trusty formula of making a circle or an oval, and then deciding what kind of an animal it is going to be, and then putting that kind of ears on. If you were a rabbit with big long ears, or if you wanted a puppy, it could have like floppy ears, or a cat could have pointed ears. You can make them all different like that. I'll show you how I made this little bear. What you're going to need is, besides that box and scissors, you will need something to draw with. So I'm going to use markers. You can use crayons, markers, colored pencils, whatever you've got. You're going to need some tape. Masking tape is pretty good to tape the handle on the back when we're done. Masking tape is pretty strong. If you don't have that, maybe you have some clear tape. Put a lot of that on there, and that could hold it on pretty well. And maybe you have a stapler. Stapler could also work. Just stapling that handle on would also work. If you just don't have anything to stick it on with, then just don't use a handle. Just hold it like this. Rawr. Okay. This little bear is going to go now. Bye, I'll see you later. Great. All right, now I'm going to get my brown pen to draw my bear. And as artists, we always plan. We think, do I want to make it as big as this whole piece? Do I want to make it smaller so I can have a smaller bear and maybe save this for another puppet? And if I do make just one smaller puppet, I don't want to put it right in the middle and just use up the whole space and then not have a nice big piece to use as a scrap. So if I am going to make it small, I want to scooch it over some. And I am going to make it be about half as big as this piece of cardboard backing here. So I'm going to make it over here so that maybe later, another time, I can make a smaller puppet out of this piece. And just as a reminder, it is really amazing to think that this was a cereal box, and now it's all these pieces I can use to create something. So at your house, just be on the lookout for things you can save, maybe in a box or in a bag, to have on hand to do projects with, because it's kind of amazing how much you can find that you can make really cool things from. So here comes our bear. I'm going to make an oval first for the bear's head, leaving room for ears and little shoulders here. There's my oval. Doesn't have to be a perfect oval or a perfect circle, because have you ever seen a perfectly shaped bear head? Of course not. Also, we don't aim to be perfect in art class, because there is no such thing as perfect. We create in our own way, and it's all different. And you're the artist, so however you like it. If you really super want a really round head and you want to trace something, do it. Go ahead, trace a roll of tape or trace a plate or a round lid that you have. Now I'm going to make the little bear's ears. They're going to be the little roundy kind of rounded off like an upside down U. And you'll notice I didn't put them sticking out here. If I did, they'd look more like a person. If you want to make a person, people's ears are right in the center on the side. It might look more like a monkey. If you make them kind of big, that would be fun. If you wanted it to be a cat, you could make pointed ears. A dog could have floppy ears. If you want to make some kind of alien creature, you can make it any way you want, right? This is going to be a bear, and this is how mine's going to look. Now I'm going to make the eyes. They're going to be round circles. Round circles, and then I'm going to decide which way the bear is looking and put the little black dots or the pupils in that way. You can see on this bear, I made this bear looking off to the side because there's a pupil here and a pupil here. The eyes are looking that way. I can make it looking up or down or the other side. I think I'm going to kind of make it looking straight ahead, so I'm going to put these kind of like that and color those in dark black, just like people and animals have a dark part in the middle of the eye. And then I'll use my pink marker, and I'm going to make a nose. And when we make a little animal nose, we could do a triangle. That's a really good way to go. Or we can do like I did today, kind of a rounded U shape with a flat top. And I kind of like how that looks on my bear. So I'm going to make a little U-shaped nose and a line across the top and color that in. Then I'm going to make this little line and a little arch, a little kind of a U shape that way, and a smaller U shape this way to make it be a smiling bear, to make that sort of muzzle shaped face that animals have. And then I'm going to do my other little trick that I think kind of makes it look bear-like, and that is to make a circle or oval around the nose and the mouth. And then I'm going to color all of this brown and leave that little inner part, the lighter tan, which is really a cool thing about using the cereal box. It already has that beautiful color there, so that's awesome. So next I'm going to cut it. Oh, also I want to make the shoulders, which I just do by making kind of little rounded shapes there, like it's, that's the top of its shoulders. Just gives it a little bit more a bigger shape. And I'm going to color this in now. You'll probably see me kind of coloring in short strokes like this, because I'm going to try to make it sort of look like the texture of fur. So, oh, one last thing. I did forget to put in the little pink part of the ear, so let me do that now. That little inner part of ears that we have, animals have like a little pinker part inside, and then it's furry on the outside. I'm going to make that look like that. Okay, now I'm going to color it in. After I color it, I'll show you how we cut it out and attach the puppet handle. Okay. Now my bear is all colored in the way I want it to be. So I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to cut it out. First, I'm just going to cut this big other piece off. That's called freeing my shape from the big piece. And I'm going to put this aside to save for later because I might want to use it to make something else from. Maybe some more puppet characters for my puppet collection. And then I'm going to carefully cut out my bear. And if you remember one of my famous scissor safety lectures with my giant scissors, too bad I don't have those at home. It's a good idea to let your helper hand over here do the turning of the paper while the cutting hand just keeps cutting up and down like a little alligator. That way it's just easier than trying to move the scissors into a curve. It's easier to use your helper hand to move the paper and just cut it out as best you can. If you can't get it cut out this much with this much detail, that's okay. Just leave some of the other cardboard on and just maybe cut around that. Or maybe somebody could help you with those parts. But here we go. This bear is almost all cut out from the background cardboard. And there it is. Now it just needs the handle. So to put the handle on, I'm going to get one of those side pieces. Remember how I saved those? And we're going to make a handle that's going to tape on the back like this, tape back there, and the brown part will be showing. If you end up wanting to color that in, go ahead, but you can just leave it brown. That's what I did with mine. So what we want to do is we want to make a handle that's going to go kind of far up the back. If you just tape the handle on here, it won't be as sturdy, and but if you put it up high, it will work out better. So I'm going to cut off this little flap because that little flap's not going to be useful to me. Maybe I'll make something out of it later, something that has a door. Ooh, I'm saving that. This part, I need to put the bear face down. Hey, wait a minute. Oh, it's just for a minute, bear. Okay, just have to take a little nap. All right. Shh, the bear's sleeping for a minute. Now we're going to tape the handle to the back. We're going to move it kind of far up to make it sturdy. Oh, he's snoring. Wow. Yeah. See, he was more sleepy than he thought. Okay, we're going to put some tape on the back. I'm going to use this masking tape, and when I use it, I just tear it off. And I'm going to put tape so that it is sticking the handle onto the bear. I'm going to try to get the masking tape around all the edges of the stick to hold it on nice and sturdy. Hey, who's moving me? Oh, sorry, bear. I'm trying to sleep. I forgot. All right, here comes some more masking tape. And put a piece across here. Notice how I made the back of the cardboard here. Okay, time to wake up the bear. You ready? 1, 2, 3. Wake up. Hey, that was a nice nap. You were right. I did need a nap. Aha. Bear, do you want to meet your other bear puppet friend? And your bunny rabbit friend? Yes! Here they come. Hello, bear. Hello, bear. So look, you guys, I have 3 puppets now. You can make 3 puppets. You can make as many as you have time for, or as many as you want. If you just make 1 puppet, then you can play with that. Maybe tell some stories with your puppet, act some stuff out, and then save it and keep making more puppets for it, as many as you want. But it is fun to have more than one, and then maybe you can put on a little puppet show for your family. That would be super awesome. Okay, there you have it. A puppet made from a cereal box. Have fun.